How's it going, everyone? It's the Natural here. And in MotoGP they have a bunch of flags, and in this video I will be explaining to you what all those flags actually mean. So in MotoGP they have 10 official flags, and those 10 flags are green, yellow, red, blue, black, white with a red cross, adhesion, and checkered flag. Those are the 10 official flags in MotoGP. So those are the 10 flags in MotoGP. But what do they all mean? Well, let's start off with the two basic flags, and that is the green flag and the checkered flag. The green flag is pretty much track is clear of any danger, you can go out racing. The checkered flag is literally to signal to the riders that the race is over, or that the session, time session, practice session and qualifying sessions are officially over if you cross the finish line. That's pretty much those two. Easy and simple flags to understand. The other flags are a little bit confusing, a little bit difficult to understand if you are new to the sport. So the other three flags we get into, which is the red flag, the blue flag and the yellow flag, are completely different to the green flag and the checkered flag. Starting off with the red flag, it pretty much is the opposite of the green flag, and that is the session is stopped because of danger on the track, or if a rider is injured, or whatever horrible situation happened. While the yellow flag is to show the riders that there is an incident or obstacles on the circuit. So let's say, for instance, you are going into a yellow flag zone and you can't obviously overtake another rider, and if it's a qualifying session or a practice session, your lap is cancelled if you're going through that section when the yellow flag is shown. While the blue flag is also completely different to the red flag and the yellow flag. This flag is to indicate that there are slower riders on track and you're about to be lapped. That are those flags: the red flag, the yellow flag and the blue flag. Then we get on to the other two flags, which is the black flag and the black flag with the orange circle. These two flags indicate, one, the black flag, disqualification, and the other one, the black with the orange flag, is to indicate you have a technical problem with your bike. So let's start with the black flag. The black flag is simple: disqualification. You are disqualified from the race, you're disqualified from the session that you're in. It could be for irresponsible riding, it could be ignoring race stewards, or whatever. You're disqualified and you cannot continue. And this will be shown with a black flag with a rider's number. While the black and orange flag is to indicate that you have a fault with your bike. It could be an engine blow up, it could be any issue with the bike. You have to get off the track immediately and safely and make sure you're not causing a massive issue where you're endangering other riders on track. So that is the black flag and the black flag with the orange circle. Now we move on to the adhesion flag, and this flag is to indicate to the riders that there is slippery oil or other substance on the track. So let's say, for instance, a rider had a technical problem with the bike and he's got the black and orange flag, but he maybe didn't see the black and orange flag and he's just dumping a bunch of oil or whatever fluid onto the track. Then this flag would be shown to warn the riders that there is a hazard up ahead. Please be careful. And it would say that it would usually be red flagged anyway if there is oil leaking all over the track. But this is to warn the riders, the adhesion flag, that there is oil, slippery surface or debris or any other suspense on the circuit. Now we get on to the last two flags, and that is the white flag and the white flag with the red cross. And these two flags are only in MotoGP and in motorcycle racing. You will not see these two flags in any other racing series in wet conditions. Starting off with the white flag with the red cross, and this will indicate to the riders that it's raining at this part of the circuit. So let's say, for instance, you're going to turn one, going down the main straight, and you see the white flag with the red cross. This will indicate to the riders that it is raining at this part of the circuit. While the white flag will be shown to the riders, and also it will come up in their dashboard messages on the bikes, and will also warn the teams that you can swap from a dry bike to a wet bike. And this is what we call flag to flag racing, where you go from dry race to a wet race. And how this will be is obviously if it is wet enough for the white flag to be shown, and it'll be up to the riders to make the decision. This isn't a team decision, this isn't anyone's decision apart from the riders. The riders will come into the pits and they will swap their bikes. They will have no team communication, it's only up to them. We've seen it in the past, last season with Jorge Martin at Misano, when it was a flag to flag race. He made the wrong call and he came in when it wasn't raining hard enough to swap from a dry bike to a wet bike. But it can also be the opposite, like we've seen with Brad Binder in 2021 in one of the most chaotic races I think I've ever seen ever in MotoGP. He stayed out on a dry bike, on dry tyres, in pouring rain. It's one of the maddest races, one of the maddest ends to a MotoGP race of all time. It's just, I still don't know how he managed to win that race, but it was utter freaking mental, really. So that's the white flag and the white flag with the red cross. So everyone, that is all 10 flags explained in MotoGP. If you really enjoyed this video, then hit the like button and also subscribe as well. I hope you all have a safe and amazing day out there, and I'll see you in another video. The Natural is out.